Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. If you are here watching the VOD, welcome. If you're here live, welcome. There's no wrong way to enjoy the content. I appreciate each and every one of you being here to tune in to the Josh Brown Games 2004 experience. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. And if you want to catch me live, hit the bell for notifications to be notified each and every time that I am live. With that out of the way, let's cue the music and let the grind begin. First step, we gotta find ourselves a world that is not overly populated, which is very difficult to do these days, if I must say. What is up, Icy Bow? You are indeed first, man. Well, I gotta tell you, we are feeling great. Had a Scape and sweat earlier today. We're refreshed, we're healthy. I've got myself some non-caffeinated tea here. I don't even need the caffeine tonight. I just feel so energized from having worked out earlier. It's all I needed. This, by the way, is like the 5th world that I have checked. Unbelievable how many people have gotten on to this grind. Mithril bar smelting is like the new Runite ore. You can't find a world. Icy Bo, tell me, how are you, my friend? Man, you, by the way, you're like one of the very first people I ever met in 2004Scape. Ooh, I would have come World 1, but I just lucked out. But I appreciate you looking out, dude. Here we are. We can settle in and enjoy some easy, relaxing mithril bar smelting. Yo, earlier we had a pretty sick cameo happen. We went to Crandor and our boy Hurley was there. Oh, we're getting crashed? No crash, please. All I can do is ask, man. Man, I hopped so many times for this world. You're telling me World 1's empty. Alright, well, I guess we hop. He clearly has a higher mining level. Getting wrecked. Getting wrecked. We'll try World 1. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're doing well, gamer. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I got 4 defense levels today while AFKing the skeletons outside of Elvarg's lair. I never even considered them as a good AFK training method. And I mean, if you truly want to be AFK, they're great. Because, I mean, look, you're not going to get great drops from them. That's just the way it is. But you will indeed get a terrific AFK experience. They continue attacking very consistently. Very little downtime. I'm comparing them to what I did in the wilderness, where there's hobgoblins in the center of the wilderness by the mines. Much better. I think they're level 45 combat. That sounds right. So as long as you're under level 92, if you're 91 or under, you can AFK on these skeletons outside of Elvarg's lair. It's a solid method. I really enjoyed it. 4 defense levels, man. I got a full workout in and 4 defense levels all at the same time. Just doesn't get any better than that. I was doing the math. I've got this video with like I think 67,000 is what I put. Let me double check. 61. Okay. I put 61,000. Yo, what up, Icy? Same combat again, man. All thanks to those 4 defense levels. So I put the thumbnail saying that I have 61,000 out of 100,000 essence, right? Well, I went and did some math. Turns out if I sell all, look at that yellow. Beautiful. We could PK, man. You and I would be an excellent duel match. If I sold my steel bars, gold bars, silver bars, and one other resource, coal, and mithril bars. Okay, if I liquidated all of that at like right around market price, and then used the proceeds to buy rune essence at a price of 30 GP each, I'd be 80,000 rune essence. Only 20k shy of the 100k goal. This tea I'm drinking here is ginger peach. Easy on the tummy type of tea. Which is lovely. Rob Zero, welcome to the stream, gamer. So awesome to have you here. However you found this, whether it showed up on your YouTube feed or you searched 2004Scape, thank you for clicking on the link and coming to hang out, man. I am absolutely gonna craft all 100k of those essences and nats. You better believe it. Believe it. I'm crafting all 100k into nats, brother. It's gonna be so good. I'm going for 91 rune crafting as soon as possible. That's my goal when pay to play releases. I'm basically just gonna be crafting nature runes for like 2 months. It's gonna be awesome. It's all gonna be live here on stream. I'm actually doing a 24-hour stream the day that pay to play releases. I've got everything planned out. I know exactly which quests I'm doing. I know exactly where I'm going to farm my nature talisman, but I'm keeping it hush-hush. I don't want everybody crashing my exact same spot. So you're going to walk all that way yourself. Wow. Well, walk all which way? The method that people typically do for crafting natures is they note their essence and then they sell them to the Karjama general store. If I get a nature tally before you, will you buy it off me? Yeah, I will. Assuming I can afford it. Assuming I can afford your price, the answer is yes. There's actually a bunch of viewers who have said that if they get a nature tally first, they're gonna let me borrow it, which is insane. But borrowing it, almost like I want my own, you know. I definitely, to be honest with you, man, I'm pretty determined to farm my own nature tally. I did say Karjama. I do that all the time, you ain't it, man. Yeah, it's Karamja. I don't know why. Like, there's certain cities in the game that, like, when I was a kid, I started pronouncing them wrong, and the incorrect pronunciations just stuck with me, and I have not been able to shed them. The most egregious one is the city of Ardun. Like, my brother and I And this is my fault because I was the older brother. So I made up this pronunciation. Ardenauge. The spelling of Ardun looks and sounds out nothing like Ardenauge. And that is literally what I called it my entire childhood. And I always called it Karjama as well. I know, man. Everyone's got their own way of pronouncing so many of the RS cities and places. Like, we were all so young when we started playing, so like the weirdest pronunciations would be chosen. Ardugni. I like Ardugni a lot. Tranquil, how are you? Great to see a fellow RCer here in the mines. We've been kicked out of the Rune essence mines because it turns out that mining coal and smelting it into mithril bars is the best way to gain rune crafting experience. Because right now, if you want to gain rune crafting experience right now, literally the most efficient thing you can do is amass rune essence. The more rune essence you amass, the faster you will be able to shoot to 91 runecraft as soon as Members releases. Welcome back, Sky. Good to see you, brother. Bro, I finished my Nat Tally simulator. I'm interested in this already. And it's not looking good. Okay, do tell. Which monster did you simulate on? I think you said yesterday. A lot of people were talking fire giants. You were not going to do fire giants. It might have been moss giants that you were considering. Like wilderness moss giants maybe is what you were thinking about. Anyways, I'll stop guessing. Do tell. Let us in on this simulator. So, Rob Zero, there's a long-standing belief that fire giants are unique and that somehow fire giants can drop both chaos and nature talismans. I've been unable to confirm this belief, but a lot of people still are saying that that is the case, so we'll just have to find out. Ice giants in the wilderness is the best right now, about 50 hours on rate. 50 hours. 50 hours of farming it. Yeah, I've looked through the code as well, Rob Zero. I just wasn't able to confirm that fire giants exist on both levels. Specifically, people are saying that the waterfall dungeon. Should I buy Rune S for 28, guys? I don't know what a good price is. I've heard of people buying for 25. I got a Chaos Tally, my first Chaos Druid kill on test server. Yeah, Chaos Druids are underground. I do not know if... So, did you watch Garlic 04's video about how he thinks... It was all about teleporting. So he went over all the different teleportation methods to get around Gielinor. And he pointed out which ones are going to be in 2004 and which ones will not. You still... I don't know what he's saying here. You still all? Yeah, I think you're correct, Sky. I do think that people are misled in believing that Waterfall Fire Giants are going to drop the Nature Talisman. I hope I have enough GP to fulfill this order in the first place. I didn't even check that. 28 times 1500. 42k? I have 42k. That will not be an issue. Garlic mentioned that there's no such thing as underground in 2004, but it's all about north of a certain coordinate. Yeah, I mean, the way that the devs made all of the regions is that they're all on one giant flat 2D surface. And then when you go underground, you basically just get teleported far north. Because all of the underground areas are tile sets that they just basically situated really far north of all of the overworld tile sets. You pasted the Ice Giant Simulator config on your disk. Thank you. Hey guys, by the way, it seems like some of you have been successfully looking at the Z coordinates of different tile sets. I have not been able to figure out a reliable method of finding out what the Z coordinate of different tile sets are. I did not know that there are fire giants in the wilderness. Where are they? Dude, you literally calculated the number of ticks between ice giant trips. That's pretty impressive. Sky, it looks like you might have coding experience, because that's a pretty interesting way that you did your simulation. Are there ice giants above ground somewhere that we're not thinking of? That's a good point. A lot of coding experience, yeah, I could tell. Ice giants will be... At Ice Plateau, the ice giants will be eligible. Okay. I meant I'll card, by the way, when I said I'll. Oh. I don't know if this gentleman is on stream. Are you on... live stream. Yeah, that's a funny thing about streaming is you never quite know when someone who is talking to you in-game knows if you're streaming. Alright, let's get these mithril bars. Oh my gosh, I did not realize I had this many mithril bars. That's crazy. 118 of them. Rolling in myth bars, guys. I did my maths based on, I think 42k is what we needed. Trey, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you, Trey. I appreciate it, man. Ah, Trey M in game is Trey Maluski. Ah, ha ha ha. Yes. See, I don't always put 2 and 2 together like that because I recognize you. Hey, Skux, you got a runner. Congrats, man. Yeah, if anybody wants to go run 13x airs, which is absolutely absurd, by the way. Like, literally insane. Skux right now is running 13x airs. Skux, you should, by the way, say what world you're in. Joe Best! Joe Best! What up, man? Skux, my boys in chat. How are you, gamer? Sky, what resource do you use to look up Z coordinates? Oh yeah, you were the one that sent me that yesterday. It wasn't working for me for some reason. Someone sent me another resource. I'm gonna show you guys here actually. I wonder if you guys have seen this. Whoa, this is not the way this is supposed to look. There we go. Have you guys seen this resource? I looked at it on my phone. I haven't looked at it on PC yet, though. Skux, glad to hear you're doing well, my dude. I'm glad to hear it. This is a really cool resource that I saw. I think Index, Index, I believe, was using it. I paused Lost to watch you for a little. Oh, Trey. I'm not on camera right now, am I? But I just made a heart at the camera at you, man. I appreciate that. That means that's high praise. That's high praise indeed. Does this map here show coordinates anywhere? It does not look like it has coordinates. Yeah, this is really cool. Oops, I mean, that link will work, but that's not what I meant to post. This is what I meant to post. I know, the community behind this game creates incredible resources. Yeah. Do you guys have any idea? Send me the link again, Sky, that you use. And I don't need you to send it to me. I think you posted it recently. I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Measures GitHub. So if I pull up this one that you sent me. This is the one that Sky sent me. KS goes by Sky, by the way, everybody else. Whenever I say Sky, I'm referring to KSFJCU. When I mouse over things, it seems to be working better. Last time I used it, it seemed to. So it's anything above 6400. Oh no, it's not working better. Oh wait, no, it's working better. Okay. I'm trying to find the 6400 Z-axis because anything above it drops chaos talismans. So 6400's right like here. Is this literally all the tile sets in the game? Like that right there, is that every tile set in the game? Because that's not very many tile sets. Yeah, but there's like not even that many. Uh-oh, are we getting crashed? No crash, please. We're getting crashed. I've been here for 30 minutes live on stream. Look, I gotta show you this, guys. Look at this guy saying that I'm crashing him. So you are crashing me. I'm honestly shocked you're able to mine coal on World 1. Yeah, I'm trying to mine on World 1. It's not going so well. It was going well for a minute until this guy said that he's crashing, that I'm crashing him when I've been here for 30 minutes. Oh, there we go. Ligo, first of all, big welcome to the stream, brother. Great to have another gamer in here. Appreciate you finding the link and joining to hang out with us. Second of all, Joe Best, Sir Scux, you have another runner. What up, Ligo? How are you, dude? What up, gamer? Icy Bow, why are you saying don't mess with the Purple Cape? Are they like a really strong PK clan? Is that why? Because I don't know anything about the PK clan community on this game. I need something AFK to do for a minute while I look at these coordinates. Purple capes are toxic. See, I had no idea. Did Did anybody else here know that purple capes are toxic? Is that common knowledge? Uh-oh. Mithrils are up. And he's like running to it. Literally running. Let's see. GL. Oh, did I win that? I didn't think. Oh. W grads. I guess I'm trolling him. I didn't mean to troll him, but now that I've already started, I guess I'll just keep trolling. Oh, he got that one. Ooh, ooh. I think we just... Oh, no. Thought we were ahead for a second. This is such bad XP to compete with other players, man. But I literally did look at like 6 or 7 different worlds. I heard you say something about a 13x runner. Oh, yeah, Skuck's already got you. XKUX is doing 13x. Are you staying 100% boosted? Oh, I think he hopped. That guy just disappeared. So we just had to stick it out. We just had to stick it out, guys. Seems like we got the world back to ourselves. He definitely logged out. He just disappeared out of thin air. Which is very strange because it looked to me like he just drank a Dwarven Stout. It's a weird thing to do, to drink a Dwarven Stout and then insta-hop. Oh, wait, there he is. He, like, came out of nowhere. He did not answer my question. I do think he's staying 100% boosted, which is crazy. I've never seen anybody just have 100% uptime on Dwarven Stouts. It's pretty different. Well, I mean, we're just waiting on the Mithril Rocks now, so... This is so bad. I need to do a different world or do a different activity. I actually could go and grab the mithrils that are outside of the mining guild real quick. Just remembered about those. Oh no! Dude, all 3 of us are going for it. LOL. This is crazy, dude. If he gets both, that would be insane. That would be a gamer move if he got both. Wow. Okay. Cheers. He wins, guys. I'm out. Alright, where do we go next? We tested, I think we were at like, 7 and 8 maybe? Try 7. Logging out resets countdown timer for boosts. Oh, is that what he's doing? He's using one boost and just maintaining 100% uptime by logging out? So he's got a timer going constantly, like a stopwatch? I did not know that, Rob. That's exactly what he's doing. That's pretty smart. Oh, look at this. There's a bunch of mithril ore on the ground. It's perfect. Well, we're probably crashing somebody just based on the fact that there was mithril ore on the ground, but for the moment, there's nobody here. It's criminally low percent of mining. What's that mean, LeadGo? It's a criminally low percentage of mining mithril, like under 15%. Are you saying it's a 15% chance per swing of your pickaxe? So every swing of your pickaxe or every tick, you have a 15% chance to mine the mithril? Is that what you're saying? Because I would think that it would also change based on level, right? But what level is it? Oh, each level you gain like 0.5% of swinging it. Well, I'm level 71. I think you unlock mithril at 60. Is that right? I can't remember what level you unlock mithril at. Oh my gosh, even at 99, it's 20 to 30%. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. I had no idea it was that bad. I was looking at the possibility, or I should say the non-possibility, of getting 70 smithing, and oh my gosh, dude, the amount of steel bars that are required to get 70 smithing is insane. I even looked at what would be required to get 67 smithing. Because if I got 67 smithing, I'd be able to boost to 68 and smelt mithril plate bodies and alch them. Dude, it's like 25k steel bars. It's something insane. And unfortunately, the smithing experience per hour when doing mithril bars, according to Mudkip, is like 1800 smithing experience per hour. So I'm not going to be getting very much smithing experience down here smelting mithril bars, even though I thought it was going to be really efficient. What Gedge? Welcome back to the stream, gamer. It's awesome to see you. Thanks for coming to hang out again, my man. Mining Gurus, what happens to coal and ore prices when pay-to-play hits? I think they stay stable. Well, sorry, that's not true, because steel bars are going to be used for cannonballs. I was thinking about the application for smelting, just like, you know, plate bodies and stuff for high alching, but alright, well, we managed to run out of myth by accident, so I guess we'll go and mine the mithril over here. Trey, you do think the price of coal is going to stay the same? As long as I'm over here, I'm going to get the admit. I don't normally get the admit. It's like not worth it. I've been here for like a minute before mining one adamant, but I came all the way over here and I'm close to the end of my inventory, so whatever. There's definitely a chance that I give up on this again though, and I'm like, this is a waste of time. Let's see, what do you add in? Oh, that was pretty fast. That was a lucky one. Adamant ore. Add. Why is adamant ore not even? Oh, adamantite ore. They sell for 700 each. I'm not sure when Slayer comes out. You're gonna have to ask someone more knowledgeable than I. Could not tell you. January 2005. That's a long. That is a long time. All right, guys. I need some suggestions from you. What should I do in the meantime? Because I need to spend some time on this map, and I need to AFK something. You know what would be nice would be use, but I don't know if I can actually mine. I don't know if I can chop use. What level is use? If I were gonna do them, I'd do them in Fally, but because I'm already in Fally, and I don't need it for that long. I just gotta do something for like 5 minutes. 60. No, I'm 58. Lobbies I could probably do. Yeah, lobbies aren't a bad idea. I did not know that that's the name of the dock. So the Karamja dock is called Muso Point. I didn't know that. Yeah, lobbies at Muso Point doesn't sound bad at all. And I have the fishing for it, I believe. 52. I think lobbies is 40, right? Oh, where's the browser for... Here we go. Skrills, my boy! Skrills, how are you, man? Skrills, the OG. Skrills, The legend. It's so good to see you, dude. Thanks for coming to hang out, man. Lead Go, I was not being sarcastic. I'm so sorry you thought I was being sarcastic. I'm like a RuneScape noob. I was being absolutely genuine. I thought you were actually calling it Muso Point, and I thought that was actually the name of it. That's really funny. I don't need all those coins. All right, let's make our way there. Yeah, probably not going to be getting more woodcutting levels anytime soon, to be quite frank. Yeah, Rob, no, it doesn't really make sense, you're right, but it's one trip. I've never done a lobby trip, so yeah, may as well just do one, and then I'll be able to look at a map. It was a Scape and Sweat stream earlier, Skrills. Scape and Sweat, boys. Got a full workout on stream. I was AFKing on... what's it called? The skeletons. I AFK'd on the skeletons outside of Elvarg's lair, which were really good for AFKing. Not good loot drops, which is totally fine if you're AFKing, because I was working out. I didn't have time to pick up loot. "2004Scape is so awesome. It's truly like the olden days. I have friends again that actually PM, and we chat and real stuff. I've missed this. Icy Bow, I can't... no! I need to go back. I forgot my lobster pot. RIP 60 coins. Oh wait, I said the wrong... Oh. Yeah, dude. It was a very difficult workout. I was dying, man. Lead Go. Right now I'm closing the door at World 1 Rune S. No, bro. No, Lead Go. Don't do that. That's so mean. You are the bane of my existence, good man. I'm only calling you good man because I'm assuming the best and that this is just a lapse in your judgment. I spent so much time mining rune essence. And every now and then, there'd be one guy there just closing the door on us. Ah, Craig, grats, man. You deserve it, man. Big grats. I will re-catch up to you, I assure you. Well, actually, I might not. Come to think of it, oh wait, this is not where it is. There it is. I see fishing spots. It's in the plantation. It's in the plantation. They're trying to mass report you. That could like legitimately work too. You gotta be careful. I do not have air runes, Scucks. I apologize. That could have worked out, but it has no air runes. Alright, while this is AFK, guys. Scenes. Second right hand monitor. Alright, here we go. So right now, just so you know what I'm looking at. Okay, right here in the top, I'm going to highlight it. Oh, it's not letting me highlight it. Wait, there we go. This is what I'm looking at, okay? This bottom right coordinate that says 9,669, that is the Z coordinate, all right? So all of this is above 6,400, which means that all of this is going to be dropping Chaos Talismans. And 6,400 is like in the middle of nowhere. So one theory that Bay5 and I had was that perhaps there was a dungeon, okay, underground that was literally cut in half by the Z-axis. If that was the case, then you'd have one area, one tile set, where the north side of the tile set drops Chaos Talismans, and the south side would drop Nature Talismans. But there's nothing on the meridian of the 6400 Z-axis. So why in the world are people saying that fire giants can drop either or? And I'll show you one more thing, guys. If I go to the wiki here and I look up Nature Talisman, well, let me look up Fire Giant. Drop table. So they have access to the rare drop table. They actually have an 11 out of 128 chance of rolling the gem drop table. And they have both Chaos and Nature Talisman listed. Let me just check a monster that I know is underground. Chaos Dwarfs. Chaos Druids, rather. So Chaos Druids are underground. I don't think there's any Chaos Druids. Oh, I'm sorry. Not the rare drop table. I'm talking about the rare gem drop table, guys. I know I said it wrong. That's my mistake. The gem drop table is what I'm talking about. So we're looking at the Chaos Druid. I don't believe there's any Chaos Druids that are above ground, are there? Here, I'm gonna come back to the main scene here for a second. Can you guys give me an example of a monster that's only located Green Drag? Yeah, what's a monster in OSRS that's only located above ground that has access to the rare gem drop table? Or for that matter, a monster that's only below ground and has access to the rare gem drop table. I'm thinking myself. White Knights, maybe? Locations. They're all in the White Knight's castle. Here we go. Bang. We found one. Okay. Yep. So white knights are only above ground and they only drop nature talisman. So the wiki actually has this correct, okay? They only drop nature talisman because they're only located above ground. So that's confirmed that the wiki does recognize this correctly. All right. But what's interesting, where's the GitHub? What's interesting that in 2004, I don't think there's any. Are there any fire giants that are above ground? Someone said there is fire giants above ground. Yeah, I agree, Sky. I think that nuance is impressive too. I keep getting logged out by the AFK timer while fishing. By the way, Connor MCQ, my man, thank you for commenting on videos, and thanks for coming to check out the live stream, man. It's really good to see you here, gamer. Appreciate you coming to hang out. What up, Brian? In the lava maze, there are fire giants. See, look at this. Like, this guy's in game. Brian289. I have no way of knowing, like, who he might be. There's no one in chat here named Brian. But then, like, some guy shows up in game who obviously knows what we're talking about on stream and is just, like, participating in game, like, in the lava maze. This is what happens when you're streaming. Is that, like, you run into people in game that just like have every idea of what's going on in the conversation. Hoo-hoo. Yes, sir. Look at that. Do a little Ben Stiller here. I forget what they call that. I don't know, man. I don't want there to be a big delay on my stream. I'd love to have that changed. But I don't know. I'll show you guys my OBS settings here, and you can maybe, if anyone here knows OBS real well, file settings. This is my output. I'm Rotlita spying on me. Spy away, man. You're good. Yeah, that seems VSS like the way to go. You gotta do something. At least like play with the menus to stay logged in. Well, this was a successful AFK activity. I forget who recommended it, but thank you for it. Because this allowed me to successfully check out the maps while not being useless. Yeah, these are my settings here. I don't think anything here on OBS is causing a stream delay. But other people have talked about the stream delay, so now I remind you of Ben Stiller, lead go. What's that look called? That face he does is like, I can't remember. Somebody knows. Game on, grind on, and I'll see you soon. Yeah, let's go, Connor, my man, coming in hot with the sub, man. Thank you, gamer. Thank you so much, dude. That means the world to me. I appreciate that, man. Nothing's more fun than being live and having some guys say, dude, I like your content. I'm gonna give you a subscriber. Thank you so much, Connor. I appreciate that, man. What method are you going to use to get to the nature altar? Well, I don't know. I'm going to test a few of them. I'm going to do the Shiloh Village quest so that I have access to that bank. Whether or not I use the bank or some other method is TBD. Aki, it's a setting through YouTube, Josh. Pretty sure it's called stream latency. All right, let's figure that out. Let's figure this out right meow together, guys. Forewarning, if we do figure this out right meow together, there's definitely a chance that I have to like restart the stream to have whatever it is that needs to be changed go into effect. Settings. This is too hard to do in this tiny little window. Let's do it together on the other monitor again. That does make me hide my camera, but that's probably the best way of handling it still. Alright, so here's YouTube Studio. It's a setting when you first start up your stream. Well, when I start my stream up, I start it up from OBS. Settings. So can I not find it here in settings, Aki? K-A-Pot, yeah, there is going to be a shop for Unnoting Runescence, the South Karamja shop. Oh wait, I need to cook these because I don't have room in my bank if I don't cook them. Yeah, Blue Dragons. Wait, Blue Dragons should not drop nature talismans. Lego. Blue Dragons are in the dungeon. They're underground, so they'll drop chaos talismans. Alright. Let's see how we do on these lobsters here. We've got level 62 cooking. So far, so good. We're definitely going to burn some. Damn, look at us go. So far, so good. Like halfway done. 100% success so far. Now we're going to burn the entire bottom half. See? Here we go. They're all going to burn now. Man, that initial run was pretty lucky though. If you're doing it through OBS, you should go to settings in the top left, hit advanced tab, and there should be a section called stream delay. All right, come on. If I burn just 3, I'm going to be... Oh, we burnt the last one. I'm not so thrilled with burning 4. 3 would have felt really good, but it is what it is. Decent haul. Decent haul. We'll take it. Okay, let's switch back. Secondhand monitor. If you're doing it through OBS, go to settings, then hit advanced tab. It should be in a section called stream delay. Oh my gosh. But it's not enabled here. So do I need to check this box and then manually set it to 0? Okay, so I just manually set it to 1. Let's see if it's different now. Was it naturally set to 20? Cause do you see this little red YouTube thing that just showed up on my? I'll show you. I think it might have just live changed it. Cause you see this welcome to your live chat thing that just showed up. Like this only shows up at the start of a stream here, so I think there's a chance that it actually just like worked. You'll have to tell me if the stream delay is better. We will know shortly. Black screen only. Oh, pfft, duh. Okay, well, that's a great way to test the stream delay because you just said that and I just changed it. So did it come back right away when I changed it? Look at us live troubleshooting, figuring this out together. You guys are super helpful. Appreciate you guys. Dude, look at this. And we still have our world to ourselves. Unbelievable. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Craig, say like a word that's like... Oh, wait. Seems... Okay. Say like a code word, right? A code word in the chat that I can say or something. Put up chat. Oh, you guys can write tests and then see how long it takes for you to see it. So you'll be able to tell that way. Now I understand. Pumpkin pie. That's the code word, is pumpkin pie. You have about a 15-second delay. 21.54 seconds. All right, so like just to show you guys, I'm gonna go back to OBS so you can see it again. File, settings, advanced, stream delay. I might need to restart this stream. That's a possibility. Let's try restarting the stream, guys. One sec. Don't go anywhere. This is going to take 2 seconds. Okay. So we've just restarted the stream. We'll see if this makes it any better. Hopefully everybody found their way back just fine. It was like less than a 30-second delay. Oh, whenever I display chat, we can test. Yep, thanks for the reminder. Hello, what's up, K-Pot? Test, test, test. What up, Wet Shake? Welcome back, gamer. Good to see you. So now it's 10 seconds? That's so random. 8-second delay right now? So weird. I don't know. It's like different for everybody too. And I wonder how much of it has to do with like different latency of the server communicating with different... When I watch Garlic, there seems to be a pretty large stream delay. Do you guys find that Garlic has a shorter stream delay than what I have on YouTube? Garlic stream is like 4 to 5 seconds. I wonder why, man. Hurley has really low stream delay. I mean, maybe it's me. It could be my internet. I mean, Trey, you're saying every streamer has stream delay? Oh, no. Shameless. All right, let's get back to what we're doing. What's your upload rate? Good question. So around 88 for download. YouTube has a default stream delay. That might be why. That's what I was thinking, to be honest. I feel like YouTube is just like naturally more delayed than other streaming platforms. From engineer noob. Guilty as charged. Yeah, of all the people here, I'm sure I know the least about this game. I mean, I know a fair amount compared to someone who like started a year ago, but there's some people who have insane wealths of knowledge, and there's just so much to know about this game in the first place. Like, there's a ridiculous amount of game knowledge. Too many noobs in World 1. I'm one of them, LOL. Let me just give a shout out to all 30 of the viewers that are here hanging out on Josh Brown Games 2004Scape stream. It is so awesome to be hanging out with all you guys playing this awesome game. Appreciate each and every one of you being here, including you, Watling J, who I've literally never even seen before. I'm making new friends. What up, Watling? Welcome to the stream, brother. Thanks for being here, gamer. Having a huge knowledge bank can work against you, though. So much stuff not available. Yeah, dude, that's true. Like, you might like go to do a quest in a certain order, or use an item that you, or plan to use an item or a teleport method, and then either the item or method's not available. Yeah, I'm sure. You know what I was thinking about is that even though this whole game is quote unquote solved, the 2004 meta is not solved. So like, I am 100% certain that we are going to be finding new methods of doing things fun and efficient ways that were not done in 2004. We will discover new metas. Thank you, legend. Game on. Grind on. And I'll see you soon. Let's go. Thank you so much, Watling, for the support, gamer. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nothing like having another brother sub. I so appreciate that support, man. LN7, welcome to the stream, gamer. Awesome to see you coming to hang out. Welcome to the 2004Scape community. Efficiency, guys. I can't help it. I think I'm gonna go grab the mithril in the other side of the mining. It's not even the mining guild if you go through the door, but the other side of the mine. I can never type efficiency correctly.
Game on, grind on, and I'll see you soon.
Let's go! Let's go! Hype in the chat, guys. Back to back. Double subs. You guys are so awesome. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Like playing RuneScape in 2004. Massively fun. Okay, massively fun. Play RuneScape in 2004 live on stream with this community. Euphoric. I mean, this is gamer heaven, dude. It does not get better than this. I'm having so much fun. I'm so happy that I get to have this experience. Thank you, Pizzazz. Thank you to all the 2004 devs for allowing all of us to coalesce and enjoy the best version of RuneScape that I've literally ever played. I mean, I've played RuneScape my entire life, man. And this is, it takes the cake. Nothing has ever been better than this. So fun. 2005, man. The nostalgia. The sweet, sweet nostalgia. When I hear people, yo, Squid, what up, brother? How are you, man? Welcome, gamer. Welcome to the party. When I hear people talk about their favorite era of the game, the most common things I hear are 2005 and 2006. Yeah, peak RuneScape, man. It really is. It really is. Josh Brown Games on YouTube. Good man. Have you got it banked, LN7? Because a lot of people have level 70 fletching banked for you longbow and the alch grind that comes after. That's a great question, Sky. Did you happen to watch Idol's video? He didn't post it on his main YouTube channel. He posted it on his secondary channel. It's called Idol Slop. Ooh, you got the feathers banked too. How did you get your feathers, LN7? Did you buy them from players, or did you sit at the shop in AFK and buy them as the shop refreshed? Dude, Trey, you're not the only person to say that God Wars is not their favorite content. I think a lot of people didn't like what the weapons did to the game. Yeah, power creep. You know, so many people had emotional connections to Dragon Square Shield, Dragon Longsword, Dragon Medium Helm, like all these different items that were things they had to really grind for. And losing the connection to those items and having them not feel valuable anymore. Josh, where would you recommend I mine coal if I can't access the guild yet? You should mine it in the wilderness northwest of the Edgeville Bank. There's skeletons there, so I recommend wearing 3 pieces of rune armor. Well, 2 pieces of rune armor. And so you'll bring your rune pickaxe and 2 pieces of rune armor. And that will be your 3 safety items in case you get PK'd. Then you can bring enough food, and I don't know how much food you're going to need. Try maybe, I would bring when I started, I would bring 5 trout, and then I would use the trout to tank the skeleton shots. And you can kind of let the skeleton shots. Booker Thomas, welcome back, gamer. It's awesome to see you. So nice to see you here. This guy Dark Lord, I don't know if he's here on stream, but he's telling me not to help people. It's kind of odd. I am all for helping people. That's the most fun thing in the game, man. Hercules Gaming, what is up, man? So good to see you, brother. Welcome back. Dark Lord, you smell. I think getting a term of endearment is a milestone. We've reached terms of endearment levels. That's we've leveled up. You know, we started as Josh, and now we're Josh with a term of endearment. Moving on up, boys. Moving on up. That's true, guys. I mean, come on. It's as advertised. That is a very good point, LN7. Yes, I'm watching you. Only kidding, of course. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm going to give it to him. I think there's a certain amount of trolling that you actually need to have in 2004Scape for it to be 2004Scape. Oh yeah, Trey M, no doubt about it. That was a qualified troll. No doubt about it. But there's a certain threshold, for example, I was sitting at Willows, okay, by Drainer Village, and I was trolling with a bunch of people there, and it turned out that one of the guys was a viewer on the channel. And at first I was like, oh no, he's going to be upset because we were all trolling on him. And then I was like, wait a minute, no, this is RuneScape we're playing. This is 2004Scape. We're literally represented by these tiny little pixelated art guys, and we talk with yellow chat overhead like loonies. Of Of course we're going to troll each other a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, if you take it too far, that's lame. But just the right amount, you know? Just to make it authentic. To make it the real thing. No. I'm calling myself loony. Oh, I will never claim to be normal. That is one thing you will never say, never hear me say. I'm crazy, and I wouldn't have it any other way. A 3070 is a very nice graphics card, man. Damn, dude, that is a nice build. That is a nice build indeed. I can also play this game without dial-up internet. It's pretty cool. Would you recommend superheat steel bars? I would not recommend superheat steel bars. Nature runes are too expensive. Just like Ben Stiller. Dude, if I'm getting compared to Ben Stiller, I'm doing something right. I mean, the man's a legend. If I gotta have a doppelganger, I'll take Ben Stiller. I used to have long curly hair that went down to my shoulders. And at the time, Game of Thrones was like huge. Everybody was watching Game of Thrones on HBO. And I literally had like the Jon Snow hair. And Jon Snow is like kind of short. I'm very short. And I would go around, dude, and people would look at me. They'd look at my hair. They'd be like, you look just like Jon Snow. And I'd love it. I'd be like, yeah. Winter's coming. Yeah, superheating steel bars. It'd be great if nature runes were cheap, but they're not. Save your nature runes for Alkin because bank space issues you need to quickly melt into GP. Well, there's not going to be bank space issues in members. Well, there might be, but they're not going to be nearly as bad as in free to play. Yeah, make X is not in the game. I've not used either of those things before. LN7, no. I don't actually. I don't know what either of them are. I mean, a chat overlay. Hey, yo, LN7. Something I gotta say to you about your 55 magic that you hit yesterday. Me too, brother. I'm so glad you mentioned that because I'm literally about to do my first ever high alch. And there's like a bunch of people here, so it's going to be super hype. I've been saving an item to high alch. You all probably know exactly what item it is, but that's okay. I'm going to high alch it as soon as we get back. It's going to be sick. My first high alch. Paul G, gamer. What's up, man? Good to see you. Did I hear Oda Block is highly considering playing for pay to play? That would be so hype, man. I would love if Oda Block played this game. You guessed it, Lead Go. Of course it's a rune med. Of course it's a rune med. Just staking alone brings a lot of degens. You know, I never got into the staking community. The Duel Arena was just not content that I really engaged very much with. And so my only exposure to it is from YouTube videos that I saw that painted it really, really dark. Like all the YouTube coverage that I saw about the Duel Arena basically was saying that it caused people to real world trade and then use in-game currency as a like one-to-one currency exchange with their actual national currency wherever they lived, and basically develop, like, it was really messed up, develop gambling addictions in this game that actually translated to real life monetary losses. I mean, obviously sometimes gains, but like essentially an unhealthy gambling addiction that wasn't just gambling in a game. It was like losing real money because they were real world trading. They were RMTing. You think I'm risk adverse IRL? I don't think I'm risk adverse IRL. I'm more risk adverse now in my 30s than I was in my 20s, but I was very risk tolerant when I was a kid. Duel Arena was really whack. Yeah, man. I'm like nervous about it. As long as Pizzazz and the team, and it is a whole team, it's not just Pizzazz. As long as Pizzazz and the entire development team that have put so much work into the game continue doing a very, very, very good job monitoring cheating, I think the Duel Arena will be fine. Because if you bet millions and millions of gold and it's all just online fake money, it doesn't matter that much if you lose it. But if the player base grows and it gets out of control and RWT comes back in and suddenly we have an online casino inside of our game, that would not be cool. I think that would take away from the innocence of RuneScape. RuneScape's a very innocent game. At its core, RuneScape is meant to be a very innocent game. It'll be fine without IRL gold buying. Yeah, I agree. As long as we truthfully keep IRL gold buying out of the game. AI Internet Museum. Hey, what up, gamer? Welcome back, man. Good to see you. I'm not gonna read your comment out loud, but that's funny. Wet Shake, I won't lie. I made bank at the Duel Arena 07 years ago, like 14 bill. That sounds like bank. How do you feel about swapping? LN7, I'm a noob, and you're going to have to explain to me what swapping is. And then I'm happy to give my opinion. Paul G, I made my first 2K when I was 14 selling RSPG. RSGP. Damn, dude. See, like... Okay, I'm going to wait to respond to that, and I'm going to catch up on chat first. Because I actually do have a take on RWT. On RMT, but I'm gonna hold off for a second. Well, Gedge, I wonder how many scapers got into Bitcoin tangentially from RWT. Yeah, because I mean the whole idea of Bitcoin was giving permanent value to digital goods. Well, that's more NFTs than Bitcoin, but Dem Gains, yo, welcome to the stream, gamer. So awesome to have you here. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. I don't know if you searched 2004Scape or if maybe I just showed up on your home screen, but whatever it was, man, thanks for coming to say hi. How do you feel about inauthentically limiting the Duel Arena? I don't think that would be good. The whole point of the project is to preserve it. And I think keeping the project labeled as a preservation project, I think it's good legally. And even if you take the legal part out of it, like, I think making any change to the nature of the project as a preservation server just compromises the entire project. Like, the point of this project is not to make the best RuneScape gameplay experience ever. It's really not the point of it. That is, in my opinion, what has come out of it, which is like a wonderful side effect. I think that this is the best RuneScape experience ever, but that's not the point of the project, and it's important to keep that in mind. The point of the project is to preserve RuneScape as it was in 2004, and I don't think they should sway from that. Oh, swapping 04Scape for OSRS Gold. How do I feel about that? That is an interesting question. I'm going to talk about that Wet Shake at the same time that I talk about my take on RMT. Because I think I have the exact same opinion on both swapping and on RMT. Dark Lord, you think it shouldn't go past 2005? Yeah, a lot of people agree with you. But the characters are going to fork. So if you think 2005 is your favorite version of RuneScape, when 2006 comes out, your character is going to get copied. So you're going to have a 2005 version of the character that you can continue to play. And you will also have a 2006 version. And you can play one, play both. Oh, we got an emerald. We'll take it. Zach, welcome to the stream, gamer. First time here. We've had so many first time viewers, guys. It's so awesome to just meet new gamers, experience this awesome server with more people. Thank you, each and every one of you, for coming to hang out. Love you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. We're literally about to crest 40 viewers, which is super hype. If you guys are having a good time and you want to support me, I'd love if you could throw a like on the stream and sub to the channel. And if you want to catch me live next time, hit the bell for notifications. I pretty much do live content. I mean, I'm starting to get some recorded video up because I paid an editor. I basically have an editor now who I'm paying to do some recorded videos, but they're expensive, so there won't be too many of them. And the vast majority of what I do is live content. So if you hit the bell for notifications, it's basically going to notify you when I'm live, not necessarily as often if I drop a recorded video. That definitely. Okay, let's see. Party hats are NFTs. I actually agree with that. Yeah. Swapping is trading, vice versa. You could argue that RuneScape GP was the case study for Bitcoin before it even came out. Well, they're very different because Bitcoin is going to have a last ever printed Bitcoin. So a lot of the value of Bitcoin is based on the limited supply, whereas RuneScape GP does not have a limited supply and never will. Party hats are NFTs. Yeah, party hats are NFTs because they have a limited supply. RuneScape Gold's unlimited, party hats limited. It opens a big can of worms, says Paul G. Needs to be 1-to-1, which it will be. Pizzazz will even keep exploits. Yep. I agree. It's supposed to be 1-to-1. Sky says to host in UK, they might have to remove the gambling aspects. I don't know anything about UK law. Quick shout out to 40 viewers, guys. 40 viewers hype. We made it. Dem Gainzio, I agree with that. I don't think anything should be limited no matter how game breaking it is. Yep, I agree with you. That definitely be real world trading in OSR. Yeah, there is RWT and OSRS. Yes, there is. Swapping won't happen because RSGP does have IRL money connections via bonds. I don't think that would be the reason. I think swapping could happen still, even with that. I think a fork would hurt the game. I hope it just says 2004Scape forever. They're going to fork it. That's the plan. But if you like 2004Scape LN7, you will still be able to play an online version of 2004Scape that they will continue to host. So if you like 04Scape the best, I'm sure there are other gamers that agree with you. I mean, there's literally thousands of people, guys, playing this now. Thousands. So of the thousands of people, there's probably going to be at least a couple dozen, I would imagine, that continue to play 04Scape and do not switch. KAPOT, are there hodlers here? I DCA, you dollar cost average from 2022 to 2023 fully on Bitcoin. Yeah, you can download source code and have your own server, Darklord. That's true. You'd have to host it, and then you have to attract a player base, and you have to manage it. I feel like that's a lot. I've got some Ethereum. I don't have any Bitcoin. Won't people make their own NFTs anyways, like brass necklace or burnt food? Those aren't NFTs though, because of what I said earlier. The whole point of NFTs is that their supply is intentionally limited. Sec, I'm here waiting for 2004 to 2011. Oh, you wanted to get to 2011? I'll be back in 2050. I'm excited to ride progression to somewhat re-experience the evolution of the game. Lander, you're basically saying you want evolution of combat like ASAP? EOC when? Dem Games, the truth is RWTing is probably happening all the time in 2004. There's just no concrete proof of RWT, especially when obfuscating transfers of value. Here's what I'll say. The truth is we don't know, and we need to accept that we don't know. Ethereum is R3KT. I don't know what R3KT is. No one knew this would happen, of course. Brass necks are dropped by goblins, so they couldn't be an NFT. Lanzer, I had to meme on you there. The opportunity was just too available. They should add a skill to where you could build homes inside of 2004Scape. Would be sick. Oh, wrecked. You're saying wrecked. I can't believe I just said R3KT. That means I'm reading too fast. Ethereum is wrecked. Yeah, I don't think it's permanently wrecked, but it's pretty far down. I hope it goes back up. All right, there's kind of a break here, so I'm gonna give my opinion on RWT and RMT. So, I'm like, I don't know. Before I do that, I need some water, guys. Stay hydrated, boys. If you're gaming right now, take a swig of water. Stay hydrated. Okay, RWT, RMT. Here's how I really feel about it. In theory, I actually have no problem with RMT or RWT, because here's why. I love the idea of players' time in game being valuable. I love that concept. As a matter of fact, I think that giving the time you spend in game some sort of monetary value is one of the best things you can do to increase the value of the time you spend in game. I already feel like the time I spend in game is very valuable, but having a monetary value to that time adds something really cool. And a great example of this is party hats. Like, party hats are cool, okay? But they're cool on their own, but a big reason why we thought they were so cool is because it was common knowledge. Everybody knew that if you had a party hat, you could sell it for like $1,000. And today they go for like $10,000. Like, there's something cool about that. However, here's why I don't approve of RMT and RWT. Bots. I'm vehemently against bots. And it is because of RWT and RMT that bots exist in the first place. And that will never not be the case. You could imagine some fantasy world where somehow developers of video games actually figure out how to combat bots, but that really, especially with AI being what it is today, the idea of bots ever being eradicated seems literally impossible to me. It's basically an arms race of AIs. The bots will very soon be AIs, and bot detection will be AI as well. And so the entire enterprise of bots versus developers is literally just going to be an arm race between the bot AI and the developer AI. So if bots are an ever-present reality, and the reason bots exist is because of RWT and RMT, then the only true way to kill bots is by getting rid of RMT and RWT. But if you imagine a theoretical world where there are 0 bots, not 1, not a dozen, not 2 bots, okay, there are no bots. You imagine a world where every single player is playing the game and mining their coal and chopping their wood, okay, and every one of those resources was harvested by hand. In that world, I think RWT and RMT are actually cool. Detection improves, anti-detection improves, and so on. Yep, exactly, Ellen7. That's the arms race. The detective's undercover. We got Sherlock Holmes here in the mining guild with us. Dem Gained, I'm glad you agreed with my... I stood on a pedestal there for a minute. I'm glad you agreed with me. Not a pedestal. I stood on a lectern. What do they call that when you like get up and talk? There's a word for it. Soapbox. Soapbox. I was on the soapbox there for a minute. I'm glad you agreed with my soapbox take. Detective, I see no wrongdoing. You missed it. He stole my mithril. He's guilty. I tried to make them all caps. I failed. Oh well. Seagreely, my bad, Will. What up, boys? What up, gamers? Welcome back, both of you. It's awesome to see you again. Welcome to Josh's TED Talk on RMT RWT. Yes, indeed. I hope you enjoyed it. Even in a perfect world, you couldn't destroy value, though. Even in a perfect world, you couldn't destroy value. You're going to have to expand on that, LM7. What do you mean by that? Even in a perfect world, you couldn't destroy value. Yeah, that's true. My bad, Will. Well, so value is based on the eye of the beholder. That's true, my bad, Will, but some things have intrinsic value if they have utility. So the example I always like to give is gold. Like, the value of gold is largely based in what you're saying. Gold is valued based on its value in the eye of the beholder. But actually, gold has a utility value as well that people don't really talk about that much because it's not the primary reason that gold is considered valuable. But gold is actually a very good conductor of electricity in certain weird scenarios. And there are some times when, for utilitarian reasons, you need gold, and the value of that gold is intrinsic to the material itself. So there's a difference between what you're talking about, my bad, Will, which is perceived value versus intrinsic value, which has to do with the utility, something's utility. Wet Shake, I agree though, Josh. If everything was guaranteed farmed by real players, I'd consider RWT. Just because I'm spending my time collecting resources / PVMing, I should be able to do what I want with them. Yeah, in that world, I agree. You could argue that pure essence has no value to anybody that neither cares about runecrafting XP or gaining money. It's an interesting thought here, Demkin. You could argue that pure essence has no value to anybody. I think the word there should be somebody. You could argue that pure essence has no value to somebody that neither cares about runecrafting XP or gaining money. Yeah, that gets really philosophical there. Now you get into I forget it's an Eastern school of thought. I don't know if it's Buddhism or Taoism, but the idea that nirvana can be achieved by abandoning all connection to material value. Joe's coming in here forget philosophy. I'm going right back to Runescape. Rune essence equals mage XP. Ha! Wet Shake, I wouldn't say no one cares about runecraft XP or getting money. The Oblivious HD, you could say that about any item that someone doesn't want, that it then has no value, but that's not how things work. So the Oblivious, I feel like it's not about one person, right? I see what you're saying, but it's kind of more about like, does anybody want it? Because if a single person wants it, then the item has value. Because you could sell it to that person in theory. So like value, the creation of value is, I guess, based in demand. If there's demand, even if one person wants it, that's still demand. So the value is whatever that person is willing to trade or pay for it. Red Rum, my dude. One more gamer. How are you? It's good to see you, Red Rum. I couldn't go out and mine gold without some saying this is my land and you can't mine here because this paper says so. Oh wait, I missed the first comment there. That's why that didn't make sense. So starting with this, LN7. I think this game is fun because it simulates an environment without restrictions. I couldn't go out and mine gold without someone saying, this is my land, you can't mine here because this paper says so. Yeah, so like, it's, the game is like the ultimate expression of like free market. Mad, this is making me get deeply philosophical about what gives anything value. I'm coming to some disturbing conclusions. Disturbing conclusions? Nothing thus far has been disturbing to me. You must have made some leaps in your internal conversation that have gone beyond what we've discussed openly thus far. LN7, how does RWT affect Jagex though back in 2004? Well, I mean, back in 2004, Andrew Gower was still in the picture. And it affected him because he cared about the game, he had a passion for it, it was his life's work, it was his passion project, his baby, and he felt that people RWTing compromised the integrity of his game that he wanted to make. Alright guys, we're going down the rabbit hole. Mad's taking us there. Here we go. Whew. Mad. Human consciousness. The reality of a finite lifespan. Pain, suffering, effort are what give things value. And humans intrinsically value their own life over the lives of their fellow humans. Which is why you wouldn't charge yourself for a sandwich you made for yourself. But you charge someone else because, forget them, they aren't you. Does pain and suffering create value? I don't agree. I do not think pain and suffering create value. I think value is created from utility. If something has utility, that gives it value, i.e. fish. If you go fishing and you catch a fish, that fish feeds you. And the utility is what gives it value. The fact that fishing itself requires toil limits the supply of fish. There's a limited supply of fish because only so many people are toiling to get the fish. And the toiling is a form of pain and suffering. Somebody has to work. Fishing is laborious. And so there's some pain and suffering involved in the act of retrieving the fish. However, the pain and suffering is not what gives the fish value. It's what gives it utility. The pain and suffering, you could argue, reduces the supply of fish because there are not people toiling over it. But like if you imagine a Garden of Eden where nobody has to do any fishing and there's infinite amount of fish, The fish still feed you. They still have value. LN7, if people could make money playing this game, wouldn't that mean more people would play? Yeah, so this gets back into the argument that I just made that's for RWT. I'm going to respond to your comment, LN7, with another thought that I've had, which plays devil's advocate against my own argument. If you imagine a world where there's RWT, there's RMT, and there's zero bots, but you have legions of not bot farmers. You have legions of farmers that are basically working as corporations, and they're working in low economic prosperity countries, so that the value of their labor is very, very little, because the country they live in, they can be charged a very low amount of money. Okay? The fact that you now have items being injected into the market by players, okay, these are corporations now, but the players are being paid a very low amount of money to inject items into the game because they live in a low prosperity country. That actually now devalues time in the game, because somebody else is going to be farming the resources and getting paid very little money. And so the amount of money that they're getting paid sets a new lower value for the resources and also inflates the supply. Endless Football. The reason Jagex had to remove free trade was because botters would often charge back memberships on their credit cards to the point where credit card companies were threatening to blacklist Jagex. Yeah, that's true, actually, Endless Football. I forgot about that. That is 100% accurate. Jagex was literally going to go out of business because the credit card companies were saying, there's so many chargebacks that we're not going to be your vendor anymore. You are not allowed to use credit cards if you don't figure out how to stop these chargebacks. And because they're an online game, it's not like people are about to start paying them by cash or check. Like, literally, their only payment method that they could use to survive was credit cards. And if all the credit cards were saying, we will not be your vendor anymore, they literally would have died. And so that is why free trade was removed. But again, it's not RWT that killed the game, it's botters who were getting banned and charging back their memberships. Botters were ruining the game. If fish jumped into your net without any work, it would still have intrinsic value of being able to feed you, but it would have little to no cost if it's freely available. Like water, water is probably the most valuable substance on the planet, but it's abundant, which is why it's given out for free. Well, I mean, water's not abundant everywhere. There's certain places in the world where water is extremely valuable. But you make a good point. Okay? A huge component of value, which Mad is leading us to, which is very important, is scarcity. Okay? Scarcity leads to value. And if you imagine a world where fish jump into your net, and so there's infinite fish, and then you apply that to literally everything that you would ever want or need, you have some sort of Garden of Eden, okay? All needs are met. There's no scarcity because there's abundance of every resource. This is a wonderful world. Value doesn't matter in this world anymore. All of our needs are met. We live the lives we want to live. It's utopic and it's not realistic, but It's almost like RuneScape GP led to the creation of cryptocurrency. I think video game economies very much inspired crypto. I don't know if we can pin it specifically on RuneScape Gold, because there's a lot of other video games in addition to RuneScape that preceded Bitcoin that had economies of their own. But I think video games were the first iteration of creating digital value. I find that credit card excuse from Jagex super flimsy. Do you really? I don't. I don't find it flimsy, but I'll continue on. We have free trade now and they're doing fine. Only difference is we have bonds. Yeah, but I think credit card companies today are less likely to get defensive or cold feet about an online game. But in 2004, online games were a brand new... It was a brand new thing, man. I mean, this was before Facebook, okay? Online games preceded social media sites. Like, the first social medias were online games. A big part of the appeal back in the day of RuneScape was that you could be online with other people. And there were very few of these online spaces. There was basically RuneScape, World of Warcraft, EverQuest. Guild Wars wasn't even out yet. So, not only was online gaming spaces a new thing that credit card companies were unfamiliar with, frankly, the entire internet was still pretty new. And so I think today, people charging back things on credit cards to the internet is not going to be something that a credit card company decides to pull their vendorship from, because e-commerce is massive today. We literally buy everything online. The credit card companies in 2025 have more to lose by not facilitating e-commerce. Whereas in 2004, e-commerce was not as intrinsic. Intrinsic's not the right word. E-commerce was not as existential to the business models of credit cards. Brick and mortar still reigned supreme. Only reason why bonds exist is to combat bots. That is not the only reason why bonds exist, but bonds do not directly combat bots, but here's what bonds do. They put a ceiling on the value of gold. And that means that botters basically have a cap on how much money they can make. So without bonds, the price of gold for national currencies can go up and down and left and right. There's no restriction. The introduction of bonds does put a ceiling on how much botters can charge and therefore how much they can make. So it does make botters less profitable, but it doesn't get rid of them. Seagrell, it was the end of 2010, just to clarify, fair point. Endless football, there's also much better security and fraud detection methods credit card companies can use to avoid chargebacks. That's a very good point, yes. Bots and OSRS are still strong as ever, absolutely. What gel? I don't recall any other game making that argument though. WoW, Guild Wars, Club Penguin, etc. WoW was much bigger and had bots too. Well, WoW... Okay, so let's try and think that through. Why was Jagex's problem with credit card chargebacks unique? Why did other games not have chargeback issues? Club Penguin's is easy, okay? Club Penguin did not have an economy. There was not trading in Club Penguin. I don't think there was. Could you trade in Club Penguin? I don't remember. I don't think you could. Guild Wars wasn't out yet. So that I can handle Guild Wars by saying Guild Wars was not out in 2004. Let's just double check this. Let's make sure we're not speaking falsehoods. Someone asked what my upload is earlier, and I forgot to show. So I've got 90 down and 32 up for whoever was asking. Guild Wars came out in 2005. Okay. Seagrill is pointing out that the end of 2010 is when the issue happened. So yeah, Guild Wars was out by 2010. So why did other games not have chargeback issues? This is a good point. What Gedge? This is a good point. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Why was Jagex uniquely affected by credit card chargebacks in a way that was existential? Whereas other gaming companies at the time did not face the same existential threat. Oh, upfront box cost. Mad, that theory is actually pretty good. I do think that part of the solution to why Jagex experienced more issues with chargebacks could have to do with their player base being younger. I do think that that's accurate. Of all the MMOs at the time, it is likely that RuneScape had the youngest player base. Yeah, the subscription for a while was more expensive, but a more expensive subscription wouldn't make credit card companies less weary of chargebacks. It'd make them more weary of chargebacks. Oh my gosh, this conversation has been so deep, my brain hurts. Whew. I need more tea. Oh. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm filling my tea back up. It's a 2-stage process. I gotta start the tea and then I gotta retrieve the tea. Going to start the tea. Alright, step 1 completed. Tea has been started. Step 2 will be retrieval. I'm literally turning my real life into RuneScape. I've been playing so much RuneScape that I'm breaking down the task of my making tea into steps. I've planned it all out. I'm doing this, then that. Step 1 of the tea making grind. Step 2 of the tea making grind. Do I have another task to do when I get my tea? Yeah, I gotta drink it. I gotta sip on the tea. And it is it's a long grind. The tea sipping grind. Can't do it all at once. Alright, step 2, guys. Tea retrieval. Coming up here. Probably more aptly called tea extraction. Tea extraction coming up. Tea extraction has been successful. Cheers, gentlemen. I think this song is the last song on my Runescape music playlist that I always have on the background on YouTube. I've listened to this playlist so many times on stream that I have it memorized. It's called Background. The name of this song is called Background, and it is the final song on the playlist. Oh, Muda, welcome to the stream, gamer. Indeed, nothing better than a cuppa. Sometimes it's all you need. Alright, Josh, back to watching Lost. Oh, yeah, back to watching Lost. Enjoy the Lost show, man. Thanks for coming to hang out with me, Trey. I appreciate it, brother. Game on. Grind on. See you soon. Mahogany, yo, brother. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. Appreciate you making it. How's your grind going, Mahogany? What are you into? This is such a pretty song. Grinding on Giants for prayer XP. What's your prayer at? Have you hit 43 yet? On 7, I really like Book of Spells. I think I'm on low detail right now. No, I'm on high detail. I could play a song. There's a little teleport to home sound you're going to hear soon at the end of this song. Love that. Oh man, this Mithril Rock, man. 30% chance my butt. Well, it's not 30 yet. You said 30 at 99. Ah, Book of Spells. Yeah, I know this one. I just didn't know it was called Book of Spells. I mean, there's not a single song in the game I don't know. I know them all. I love the drum they did right there. The Yo, Sean Desjardins, my dude, my gamer. Welcome, man. It's nice to see you here. Nothing like getting a brand new chatter to come and say hello. Awesome to see you here, man. I'm glad you found us. I don't know if you saw us on the home feed or maybe you searched 2004Scape, but you made it, man. Welcome. 100k nats. It is a big goal. If I liquidated my whole bank, I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could be there. LN7. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that comment. I see you there in my DM. That's so nice of you. I love streaming. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making it possible for me to stream by coming to hang out, LN7. I'll show you my bank here, Sean, in a moment. I'm just about done with this trip. I don't think there's going to be more mithril. I mean, I'll kind of path toward it in hopes that the mithril will respawn again, but I don't think it will. Very nice to have you here, man. Yeah, I'm not going to wait around for the mithril. I'll go and just bank now with what I have. And we'll take a look at the bank. I did some math earlier. Rune crafting was viable. I got to 63. It's not really viable. Oh my gosh, guys, I have literally exactly 400,000 rune crafting experience right now. I've been lamping it. I did not realize I have such a beautiful number. 400k on the dot at the moment. Anyway, rune crafting was viable until the price of rune essence shot through the roof. So I've got 48,000 rune essence, 600 coal. Oh, guys, I forgot to alch the medium helm. All right, let's go, boys. This is my first ever alch. Y'all ready for this? Drum roll, please. We have 55 magic. We have 55 magic. We just hit it. We are alking for the first time. And it's a rune med. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. 11,520 GP. Easy game. Easy game. Poggers. Let's go. Anyways, if I liquidated all these steel bars, all this coal, all this gold, all these limpworts, I feel like I'd actually be really close to 100k already. Not quite there, but close. Oh wait, I'm supposed to liquidate this as well. This was supposed to get out. Yep, good call, C. Greeley. I caught it right before I left. You saw it too. I didn't calculate every item, but I went through the coal, the steel bars, the mithril bars, coal, steel, mithril, gold, and silver bars. I went through all 5 of those resources and I added them up. And if I were to sell all of those at right about what the market is, and then buy rune essence at 30 GP each, I'd have 80,000 rune essence. All right, let's throw on. Yeah, we are getting rich off net soon. I can't wait. Oh no, we've been crashed by detective. We gotta get that Runescape music playlist going again. It's the one I'm talking about is really cool. It's not actual in-game music. It's remixes of like pop songs in the Runescape sound font. Here it is. This is really fun if you guys have never heard this before. That's the playlist. It's really fun. Sean, I have no idea what is DMCA and what is not. Oh, it's not DMCA. That's good. It is heavy metal though. It's 12:58 in the morning. Too chill right now for heavy metal. I might listen to something like that, like while I did a workout. Sometimes I work out on stream. I did today. Scape and sweat is what we call it. Scape and sweat. We grind IRL and we grind in-game at the exact same time. Scaping and sweating. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You must be Eastern time zone as well. I'm fading. I'm pretty tired. I'll be honest. I'm American. But I was just in Canada. I skied Whistler. It's fun. Really good ski mountain. The conditions when I went were not great, which was, you know, unfortunate, but still was a lot of fun. I need to go back when the conditions are better. Man, 32 gamers still hanging out here at 1 a.m. Eastern. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, please throw a like on the video. And if you want to support me, I'd love if you could throw a sub on the channel. And if you want to see more of me live, hit the bell for notifications. I have only one recorded video up right now on Runescape. And it's really good. You should watch it. I interviewed one of the devs from 2004. His name's Bay5. And I had it professionally edited. I just posted it yesterday, actually. But other than that one vid, everything I do is live. So I do a bunch of live content. So if you want to be notified every time I go live, hit the bell for notifications. You'll be able to catch me live again. It is 1 a.m. Everyone here is talking about going to bed. Sometimes the time is just the time. So we're going to do a quick review of what we accomplished today. Which, first stream of the day, Scape and Sweat. We got 4 defense levels. Pretty epic. And we're pretty close to 45 there. Not even 1,000 experience and we'll be 45. We started at around 100 myth bars and now we're at 205. So we got a bunch of myth bars. We got over 100 lobsters today by doing a quick little lobster little lobster trip. And I think we had like 450 coal. Now we're at 631 coal. We also hit 71 mining today, from 70 to 71 mining. So tons of XP gains. The bank is moving on up. If I were to liquidate this whole thing, it was 80k earlier, man. I'd probably be like, I don't know, 82,000 essence right now. Yeah, I had 22 myth bars yesterday, indeed. But, you know, I did some AFKing throughout the day as well on my mobile phone during work when there's downtime. So, gentlemen, gamers, it was a hell of a stream. Really a ton of fun. Love doing it with you guys. I'll be back on again, if not tomorrow, then the next day. I usually take one day off during the week, but it's either Wednesday or Thursday I tend to take off. I'm not sure which, but we'll be on one of the next 2 days. And then Friday is the last day before members. So I'll be probably on a little bit and then going to bed because I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream when pay to play drops. I'm going 24 hours straight. So Friday we'll be on, but we'll be taking it easy because big day the next day. Pay to play drops, 24-hour streams. So, gentlemen, until I see you next, whether it is tomorrow or Thursday, it's been real. I appreciate you all for being here. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And until next time, game on, grind on, and good night.